Hey you, are you currently selling print-on-demand items on Amazon, Redbubble, Teespring, or even Etsy? Maybe you've heard that Shopify is the best place to start a print-on-demand business in 2020, and you want to know how it works. Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can get away from those platforms where you're essentially building somebody else's brand. Think about it. When you upload something to Redbubble or Amazon or even Teespring, you are essentially just building their brand and not your own. With Shopify, you own everything. It's your own site, it's your own brand, and you have full control. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how print-on-demand works with Shopify and how you can get started today. We'll jump right into it right after this. Alright guys, what's going on? Joe Robert here, founder of PODninjas.com. You are now entering a guru-free zone. I make videos here on my channel to give you actionable advice on how to start, grow, and scale a print-on-demand business on Shopify. And if you're new to print-on-demand in general, check out the links down in the description. We have a whole bunch of resources down there for you. You can get started with the POD Ninjas training program for free. We also have a print-on-demand Facebook group. The link is down in the description. Currently, there are over 21,000 Shopify store owners. So if you're looking to join a massive print-on-demand community, check out the links. They are down in the description. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to like the video and subscribe. It really helps my small YouTube channel to grow. I appreciate all of the support. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about how Shopify works with print-on-demand. And this video is going to be somewhat detailed, somewhat long. So down in the description, there are timestamps if you want to jump to a specific topic that interests you instead of watching the whole thing, but you can always just watch the whole thing and absorb everything. In addition, at times during this video, I will be referencing other videos on my channel. I'll try to put all the links to those videos down in the description, so if there's something that I talk about that I reference in another video, you can easily just check it out. So let's jump into it. First things first, what is Shopify? Shopify is an inclusive online selling platform. For one monthly rate, you can create and develop an online store that you can use to promote, sell, and ship your products. Shopify is popular due to its low startup cost and easy to use interface. Now, that's the fancy definition. In simple terms, it's a place where you can easily start an online store. You can easily connect your own domain name. You can easily set up payment processors so customers can pay you and you can easily receive their money. Also allows you to automatically fulfill all of your orders and communicate with your customers. I'm not going to go into all of the details today about why I think Shopify is the best platform, but if you guys want to check this video out right here on my channel, you can do so. I talk about why I think Shopify is the best. The first thing you're going to have to do when you start a Shopify store is you're going to have to name your store. Once you do this, you're going to get what is called a My Shopify URL. This is basically like a generic branded name through Shopify that your store is going to get. You're then going to need to purchase a domain name like a .com or a .net so that you can give yourself a more professional look and an easy to remember name that customers can simply search for to navigate to your store. Connecting a domain is super simple. You can either buy one through Shopify or you can go to any place that has domains for sale and you can easily connect it to your store. In addition to a domain, you're also going to have to connect a payment processor. So the most easy one to use is just Shopify Payments. Depending on where you live, it may or may not be available. However, in most cases, you are going to be able to use it. You can also connect a PayPal account so that way when a customer is checking out on your store, they can choose to pay you with a credit or debit card or with their PayPal account. When someone buys something for you, it is going to take a few days for the money to end up in your account, but that is typical for any type of online platform where you are receiving payments from a customer. Connecting all of this stuff is super simple, and like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want some more training on it, you can check the link down in the description for the POD Ninjas training program. So when it comes to actually selling print-on-demand products on Shopify, you're going to have to install what is called a print-on-demand app on your store. Print-on-demand apps are simply just apps that are created by fulfillment companies that allow you to easily sync your store with the products that they offer. Installing these apps is super easy to do. You literally just go to the Shopify App Store, you search for all of the print-on-demand apps that they have. Once you find one that you like that sells products that you want to sell, you can simply just install it onto your store in a few easy clicks. In this video right here, I have some of the recommended apps that I like to use and ones that I have been using for the last last few years. You can check it out. The link will be down in the description. This kind of goes into why I think Shopify is the best platform, because there are just so many print-on-demand apps. If you search print-on-demand in the Shopify App Store, you are going to literally see dozens of apps that offer all sorts of products, some of which you cannot find on other platforms like Teespring or Redbubble or even Amazon. By having this wide of a selection, you're also going to be able to be much more competitive when it comes to pricing your products, because you're working directly with a supplier and not somebody that is considered sort of a middleman like Teespring, Amazon, or Redbubble. Most print-on-demand apps are even free to use. Some of them will have a premium option where if you opt for the premium account with them, you can get a discount on all of their products. One of those would be Printify. For just $29 a month, you can save 20% on every single product that you sell with them. And if you are selling 4 or 5 or even just like 6 or 7 items with them every single month, it's going to pay for itself. But like I said, about 95% probably of the print-on-demand apps that exist are completely free to use, and you only pay them when you actually sell a product. Each product with a print-on-demand app is going to have a different cost. For example, something like a t-shirt would have a different cost than something like a blanket. Once you choose which type of product you actually want to sell on your store, you're going to have to make a design. Print-on-demand in general means that you are creating a design, and then a supplier that you are working with is actually printing that design onto the product that you chose. Here is an example here. This is a print-on-demand pillow from Printify. They sent this to us to a review with the POD Ninjas logo on it, but essentially when you choose a print-on-demand product, you simply just make a design, you upload it inside of the app, and then the app is going to print it on your product. In order to actually get started, you're gonna have to pick which product you want to sell. One thing to keep in mind when selecting a print-on-demand product is how much money you can actually make when you're selling it. This is referred to as the potential profit margin, meaning the retail price of the product that you are going to sell it for minus the supplier's cost to you. For example, if you're selling a hoodie and that hoodie is going to cost you $12 and you sell it for $30, you're going to make $18 on the sale. If you're interested in checking out some of the products that I recommend for 2020, you can check out this video or this video right here. Like I said earlier, I'll try to put all the links down in the description to all of these. I'm trying in this video to give you an overview of what print on demand is, but if you want a whole bunch more details, make sure to check the channel. I try and provide as much information as possible. So once you actually select a product, you're going to have to make your design. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that every single product through every print-on-demand app is going to have certain specifications and restrictions on how the design can be made. You will see in your print-on-demand app that they list the specified dimensions for the product, the recommended resolution, and even a maximum file size as well as the file type. Some of this can be quite confusing at times. Often, you are going to be able to find a template that you can download to make your design on right inside of the print-on-demand app. This is especially useful, especially with more advanced products other than like a t-shirt or a hoodie. If you're selling something like this, a print-on-demand pair of shoes, you can see that there is printing on the sides, there is printing on the tongue of the shoe, and in order to actually make a design, you're going to have to use the print-on-demand app's template that they have provided. This is useful to know because sometimes beginners, when they're starting, they have questions like, hey, can I put a design that I get for a t-shirt, can I put that on any product that I want? And while that may be true for products like this, it's the same exact design. When you get into more advanced products like a blanket or a car seat cover or even a piece of jewelry, you are going to want to make sure that you're actually working with that template to make sure that you're actually creating a design that looks good on the product. Obviously, you can just slap designs on products like this, but if you're not including any other elements and working with the template, like for example, the shoe example that I gave you, where you can print things on the tongue of the shoe as well, your design is probably going to be a little bit lackluster and you might not make any sales. So yes, theoretically, you can take a design and you can put it on any product you want as long as it fits the necessary file requirements as stated by the print-on-demand app. But like I said, you might want to think about how you are applying it to a specific product, because most times you can include a whole bunch of other elements that are going to fill areas of the product that you're using that might not exist on a t-shirt, for example. Another thing that beginners sometimes get hung up on is where they're actually going to get designs. Now, I see a whole bunch of people that are coming from the Redbubble and Teespring space or even Amazon merch where they are going out and they're buying bundles of pre-made designs. This is not really something that I recommend to do, mainly because anytime you are buying a bundle, that is something that anybody can purchase, and odds are the bundle has been put together by the person offering the bundle because those are designs that they no longer want. Oftentimes, the person that is selling that bundle has likely tried to sell those designs in the past and now they're not selling, so they're offering it to you for one bulk price. You are going to be much better off getting custom work done for your products, and that way you can offer something that is super unique. This can be done in a multitude of ways. You can go to places like Fiverr or Upwork. You can even go on Facebook and join some of the print-on-demand groups and ask people where they are getting designs made. I have a few videos on my channel where I talk about getting designs made, and like I said earlier, there is some stuff down in the description. I own an agency called Designed by Ninjas where we do custom work for print-on-demand sellers. So if you want to check that out, the link is down in the description. So now, once you have a print-on-demand app connected to your store, you've selected products, you've made designs, you're going to have to upload those designs to the app, and now you're actually creating your print-on-demand product. The steps here are relatively simple. Once you get the design onto the product as you want it, you're going to have to give your product a title. This is essentially what your customer is going to see when they come onto your store. You're then going to have to put a price in to determine how much you actually want to sell the product for. And really, like I said earlier, when you price the product, simply put, you just have to do a little bit of math. You have to take the price that you're selling it for and you have to minus the cost that the supplier is charging you, and that is how you figure out how much you're going to make when you make a sale. Another question that I get all the time from beginners is they want to know how paying for products actually works. They say things like, can I use the money from a customer to actually pay for the print-on-demand item? Meaning, if I come onto your store and I give you money for a product, can you then immediately take that money and pay the print-on-demand app for the product, or will you have to use your own money? Honestly, the answer is pretty simple. Anytime you are selling something online, especially on Shopify or any of these other e-commerce platforms, it's typically going to take a couple days for you to actually receive the customer's money. So if you don't want to make the customer wait, you are going to have to put some sort of a payment method with your print-on-demand app on file, and that way when an order comes in, you can immediately pay for it out of your own pocket. Some beginners are a little bit shocked about this, but honestly, if you're starting a business, you got to have a little bit of money in the bank to actually pay for your product when they sell, and honestly that is just going to be part of the whole thing. You're going to have a little bit of money in the bank to actually fund your business. Another thing that's really cool about Shopify and print-on-demand apps is when a customer places an order on your store, you're not going to have to do anything. Everything is fulfilled automatically. When someone orders from your store, that order is going to be automatically sent to the print-on-demand app that you are using, and they are going to start producing the product right away. When it is complete, they are going to send your customer a tracking number automatically to the email or phone number that they used when purchasing from you. Your customer will then be able to track the item, and when it is delivered, they will also receive a delivery notification automatically. One thing that also trips beginners up a little bit is what to do when a customer wants to return something and you're using Shopify. See, other platforms like Amazon, Redbubble, Teespring, they are going to handle returns and all of the customer service for you. But with Shopify, you are the business owner. You call the shots. You write your own return policy, and you can do whatever you want. If you want to learn more about what I think about returns, check out this video right here. Like I said earlier, I'll try to put all the links down in the description. In that video, I talk about what I do for returns and what I would recommend you to do as a beginner who is starting a Shopify store. So hopefully now you understand a little bit more about how Shopify and print on demand work together. Honestly, the best strategy for Shopify print on demand, in my opinion, is to create a Shopify store, choose really passionate niches, and then launch Facebook and Instagram ads to promote those products. I recommend Facebook ads so much because they are honestly not something that is super difficult to master. You will see people out there that will make posts and comment and stuff like that, and they'll say things like, I tried Facebook ads, they didn't work for me, and honestly, that's just because you probably don't know how to run Facebook ads. If you're not able to actually launch an effective Facebook ad, you're probably not going to make sales. So check this video out right here where I talk about some of the reasons why people fail with print on demand. In the video, I give a couple of different scenarios of why people may not be seeing sales with Shopify and their print-on-demand store. So like I said, guys, Shopify is my recommended place. If you want step-by-step training on this, I want to introduce you to my 123 POD program. This is a print-on-demand program for beginners to help them get started with Shopify. There's no monthly fee like some of the other print-on-demand programs out there for beginners. You're going to be able to go through the training, and in a relatively quick amount of time, you're going to be able to start your print-on-demand store on Shopify. The link is down in the description. You can check out the POD Ninjas training program. Obviously, like I said, that is a paid program. It is very cheap, but if you want to start the program for free as well, you can. There's links down in the description. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Drop a like on it. Let me know down in the comments if you are going to start a Shopify store. My name is Joe Robert, and I'll see you guys in the next video.